How far would you go for someone you love? What is the limit of devotion? In the brutal, beautiful wilderness of Alaska, where nature is both majestic and merciless, one family's celebration turned into a desperate fight for survival. On a day meant to honor a bond of 18 years, a woman vanished into a frozen river. And the final, heartbreaking proof of her sacrifice would remain hidden beneath the ice for 4 agonizing months. The date was December 23, 2023. After spending the previous days with family for the holidays, this day was reserved for Amanda Richmond Rogers and her husband, Brian. It was their 18th wedding anniversary. They had plans for a date and a night at the Hotel Captain Cook. But first, they marked the occasion with a hike on a favorite trail near Anchorage, the North Fork Eagle River Trail. With their 2 beloved dogs running alongside them, the scene was idyllic. But in Alaska, the line between tranquility and terror is as thin as the ice on a winter river. Amanda was 45 years old. She was a mother of 4 boys, a dedicated emergency room and pediatric hospice nurse, and an avid outdoorswoman who felt most at home in the wild. To Amanda, her dogs were not just pets, they were integral members of her family, raised alongside her sons. Her husband, Brian, and their dog, Groot, were at the center of her world. It was a world built on love, compassion, and adventure. But this beautiful day, a celebration of love, was about to be shattered by a split-second decision. Just moments before the tragedy, the couple laid down on the snow-covered ice to rest. They looked up at the blue sky and the cloud formations over the mountains. It was a perfect, peaceful anniversary moment. Then chaos. Their dog, Groot, went to a small opening in the ice to get a drink and fell in. Panic set in immediately. Brian saw it first. In his own words, "I thought I saw a flash of a big, white paw underneath the ice. Before even thinking, I was jumping into the water." He held the edge, frantically reaching under the ice into the darkness, but he felt nothing. Gasping for air, he was forced to resurface, empty-handed and desperate. It was then that Amanda made her choice. As Brian recalled, "I turned around and Amanda was getting into the water. I knew from the look on her face, she was going in to save our dog." Brian knew his wife. She is an emergency room nurse, trained to help and save people. In this situation, she was going to save our dog. Her instincts, honed by years in the emergency room, took over. Brian watched in horror. "I could see her swimming downstream under the ice, and then out of sight. I waited and waited, and am still waiting." The hero had plunged into the water, but she would not emerge. Brian's horrified call for help triggered a massive response. As the alarm spread, a coalition of agencies descended on the North Fork Eagle River Trail, launching a desperate mission to find Amanda. The community's hope for a rescue was immediate and powerful. The effort was a testament to Alaskan resolve. The Alaska Dive Search, Rescue, and Recovery Team, the Solstice Search and Rescue K-9 Team, and the Alaska Wildlife Troopers all collaborated. Helicopters were deployed for an aerial view, and search dogs worked tirelessly on the ground. But they faced the unforgiving reality of an Alaskan winter. The search teams battled 2 immense obstacles: brutal weather conditions and the crushing lack of daylight. In late December, Alaska sees only about 5.5 hours of sunlight per day. This severely limited window, combined with the treacherous environment, forced the teams to make a difficult decision. At 3:30 p.m. on that first tragic day, the search was put on hold. As darkness fell, so did the hope of finding Amanda alive. The mission shifted from rescue to recovery, and her family was left in an agonizing limbo that would stretch on for months. For 4 long months, winter held its grip on the river and its secret. The family endured an unimaginable wait, mourning a woman whose fate was presumed but not confirmed. They even held a celebration of life in her honor, a testament to the lives she had touched, even as the search for her continued. Then, on March 24th, Palm Sunday, the spring thaw brought a heartbreaking conclusion. A person walking near the North Fork trailhead discovered human remains and notified the Anchorage police. Soon after, the state medical examiner's office confirmed the news the family had both dreaded and prayed for. The body was that of Amanda Richmond Rogers. But the discovery revealed one final, poignant detail, a discovery that transformed the tragedy into a profound story of love. Her sister, Jennifer Richmond, shared the powerful truth of how Amanda was found. She was not alone. Amanda was discovered with her dog, Groot, in her arms. It was the ultimate physical proof of her selfless act. In her final moments, she had reached her beloved companion. Her last act on this earth was one of comfort and devotion, a refusal to let him go, even in death. As her sister told the world, for Amanda's boys, she really did die a hero. Amanda Richmond Rogers should not be remembered for the icy water that claimed her, but for the warmth of the life she lived and the love that defined her final actions. Her story is not a statistic of the Alaskan wilderness. It is a tribute to her character. Her family has made it clear that her sacrifice was rooted in a deep, unwavering love. Her husband Brian stated, "She did not jump in to save just a dog. It was a family member." This sentiment was echoed in the moving tributes from her 4 sons. Leaf urged others to do as Mom did and leave this earth with no regrets. Liam added, "Mom was such a unique, special person that God couldn't wait any longer to see her in heaven, and I don't blame him." Her son August reflected, "Coming together to make light of this dark situation would bring tears to her eyes because we won't look at how much time we didn't get with her, but all the time we did." And her youngest, Bodhi, perfectly captured her priorities. She would take Dad, her sons, and her dogs over anything in the world. This immense capacity for compassion was the bedrock of her professional life. As an emergency room and pediatric hospice nurse, Amanda dedicated her career to caring for others in their most vulnerable moments. It is no surprise that her colleagues honored her with a Nightingale ceremony, a tribute reserved for nurses who have shown the highest dedication to saving lives. Her final act was not an aberration. It was the ultimate expression of a life spent in service to others. Amanda's tragic end is a powerful and enduring testament to the unbreakable bond between a person and their loyal companions. The story of Amanda Richmond Rogers is a chilling and profound meditation on love, sacrifice, and the instinct to protect those we consider family. It forces us to ask ourselves what lines we would be willing to cross for a loved one, whether they have 2 legs or 4. Her final embrace is a silent, powerful monument to a hero's devotion. The story of Amanda Richmond Rogers is a tragic but profound reminder of selfless devotion. If you found this story moving, please consider liking this video and subscribing to Cryptic Veritas for more explorations into the mysteries of the human heart. Click the notification bell so you don't miss our next investigation. Thank you for watching.